Guess we're ready. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Seneca County Board of Commissioner meeting. It's Thursday, May 1st, 2025, 10 o'clock in the morning. It's our regular board session, and we'll open with the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, quick prayer. Commissioner Bustek?
Sure. Please pray with me. Dear Lord, thank you for allowing us to be here today. Please give us the guidance to make the best decisions for the people of Seneca County. Amen.
Amen. Okay, roll call.
Commissioner Paradiso,
Here.
Commissioner Frankert is absent, Commissioner Bustecker,
Here.
Okay, at this time, I'll accept the motion to approve the digital audio recordings of the previous board session from Thursday, April 24th, 2025.
I'll make the motion.
I'll second the motion. Roll call.
Commissioner Bustecker,
Yes.
Commissioner Paradiso.
Yes, minutes approved. At this time, I'd like to make a motion for consideration of compensation, to go in executive session for consideration of compensation of public employees.
I'll second that.
And so we have a first and a second. It's 10:01 or 10:02. Roll call?
Commissioner Bustecker,
Yes.
Commissioner Paradiso.
Yes. So we're going to just go back. Two guests also in executive session. We'll take our county administrator at the hour services.
have an executive session.
It's 10:19, second. Let's have a roll call.
Commissioner Bustecker?
Yes.
Commissioner Paradiso?
Yes. So during executive session, we met with Job and Family Services and talked about, what's the classification of employees?
Non-bargaining.
Non-bargaining employees. They have a bargaining side and then non-bargaining side. And it's time to go over their contract. We try to parallel things. So there were some numbers thrown around that would translate into an increase in pay, but they're going to get back to us with the final
Yep.
proposal, and we'll take action at a later date, but that's what that discussion was about. Katie, thanks for waiting patiently. I see we picked up a couple guests during executive session. Welcome. So Katie Cole, 4-H update.
So the last time I was here, we were celebrating Ohio 4-H Week back in March, which seems crazy to think now that we're the first day of May. But we have completed our enrollment. We have around, gotta think here, 750-ish 4-H project taking members, around 150 Clover Buds, which is our younger youth, 5 to 8 years old, and then around 150 adult volunteers that help run and manage our close to 40 community clubs. So our numbers, as far as that goes, are staying pretty steadfast. And we just completed a quality assurance this past weekend for all of our livestock exhibitors. So we offer several different options for them to complete that. It is a requirement for anybody taking a livestock project to complete that training. So we're finished, and we're happy to say that everybody completed that as they should, and everybody enrolled on time as well. So those are big wins for us when people actually make deadlines. It's great. And then I guess today I'm here to just chat about some things that are up and coming. So the first is 4-H camp. So we are rolling into camp. We're about a month away. We are camping June 10th through the 13th up at Kelly's Island. And 4-H camp is open to 4-H members we give priority to, but we also take non-4-H members if we aren't full yet. And so registrations and all information camp related are out and available, and so I have some flyers for camp. The QR code here will take you to our website with all of the registration information and things, and all things camp. On registration deadline, which is Monday, May 19th, we are also hosting a parent meeting. And so if there's anybody who might be like a first-time camper or just parents like unsure about how camp, like the process of camp, we do provide a parent meeting that evening, and they can also bring their potential campers with them, and my counselors will go and do camp-related activities with them. So that's a nice evening just to kind of ease their minds on things camp. And the other thing, I should say, our theme for camp this year is fast food. Come have a Baja Blast at camp. So we're really excited about that theme. And they have a lot of great activities and sessions and large group things planned for camp. So excited about that. The second thing is our 4-H kickoff event is actually tomorrow evening out at the fairgrounds from 7 to 8:30 p.m. So here's a flyer on that. We have many of our 4-H clubs that participate in this event by setting up some sort of like carnival type game. So families can come out and just enjoy a fun evening together. We also provide snacks, food, water, lots of games, and just a lot of networking. So that will be a nice evening. It looks like, as of right now anyways, that rain's gonna hold off and such. So it should be a nice evening for that. So I encourage and that's open to anyone. So come on out and stop by and see us. And then the last thing, we've had lots of project clinics too the month of April. The April 12th was our first natural resource clinic. This is new this year, so we are partnering with the Seneca Parks District to offer some natural resource clinics. And the first one was Saturday, April 12th, and that one focused on beginning fishing. And we had about 20 youth that were out at Garlow Heritage Nature Preserve outside of Bloomville for that clinic. So very well attended, and they did a great job hosting and facilitating those sessions out there. But and we just had this past Saturday, we had our food and nutrition clinic and our sewing and textiles clinics that were also very well attended. We had about 10 youth for both of those as well. But our final natural resource clinic with the Parks District is also out at Garlow on Saturday, May 17th from 9 to 10:30 a.m. And this one will focus on insects. And so all they have to do is RSVP or contact Linda with the Parks District to attend that event. And we hope for another great turnout for our last natural resource clinic coming up here in a few weeks. So those are kind of the main highlights that I wanted to share with you today. Yeah, and then beyond that, it'll be a time for judging and fair.
Fair's
And
around the corner.
yeah, and I was just enlightened today about how many days. I was like, let's not rush things yet. So one
only
thing at a
70
time.
days.
One thing at a time.
Like, what's the life of, so school ends, right, so you have all these, we'll call them kids that are in 4-H. School ends in May, end of May, and they just keep going. The clubs just keep meeting, everything's the same, right, all summer.
Yeah.
And you get into the fair week and you get in,
Yeah.
it's just, they just keep going.
They keep going.
Has
yeah.
anything changed, is it pretty much the same? after
It's pretty much
school's
the
out?
same,
That's
yeah.
what I thought, yeah.
Like most of our clubs, they do take kind of like the fall and the end of the year off. I would say the majority of our clubs, they start up as soon as the new year begins. So January is when our clubs like start meeting.
So you get a break like from September?
Yeah, September
Yeah,
through like
okay.
December. Most of our clubs kind of break
So
in
they
that
have the
time.
momentum going in the fair with projects and state and
Yeah.
all the things that,
Yep.
yeah, interesting.
Yeah.
And when you leave 4-H, and those kids come back to help, are they called something other than advisors? Are they just?
I was gonna say, we do have a lot of, I
do
would say
see-
young alumni, those that have like
Alumni.
recently
Okay.
aged out.
Just trying to get
That
right.
do come back and volunteer. Yeah,
Well,
so, which is
you
great,
see
that's
a-
what we want. We
yeah,
want you to come
see
back
a
and
lot
help.
of people,
so.
a lot of kids that are maybe 20 and their back still helping, and
Yeah.
so they're officially called alumni. And you're,
Yeah, I guess so, alumni, and then they
Volunteer
become like
volunteers.
official 4-H
yeah,
volunteers, yeah.
then they just
Yep.
become an adult. I got it. Great job as always. Anything, you had anything?
No, I'm not at this time.
Okay. Need anything else from us? We'll get,
No, I think that's
post
it.
that and,
You'll have to give Bill a hard time for not being here
For not being
today.
here.
Yeah, he did reach out to me before, and he's like, I'm gonna miss you today. I was like, okay, that's fine, but you can still give him a hard time for me.
So we'll invite you back after the fair to see how fair went.
Yes, I don't remember off the top of my head, but after I get through the craziness of summer, I will be back to kind of give
give us a wrap up.
a wrap up on all those things. So, yep. Thank
Good.
you.
Thank
I'll
you.
leave those there. I don't
Great.
need or want any of them, but
Well, thank you.
Thanks.
thank
Yep,
you.
can take off if you
Yep.
want to. Kate.
Have a good day.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. Commissioner reports, we'll start with you.
Okay.
Commissioner Busdecker?
Last Thursday, I think all three of us attended the Vivek Ramaswamy event for the Lincoln Day dinner. It was very well attended, and Bill's not here. I think I'd rather let Bill talk about that at some point in time, but it was a great event, and I get a chance to talk with Josh Williams, one of our state representatives. The guy has an amazing story. Did you get to talk to him? I just really enjoyed talking with him. I thought I talked to him for about 30 seconds, and I talked to him for about 20 minutes. And he was very,
What he's been
very
through.
inspirational to listen to. And Friday, it was at the Klaus Construction 50th anniversary event. I mean, they've done they've built so much of our community, done so much for the community. It was a great event. Unfortunately, it just rained and rained and rained. I think out that way, it was close to 4 inches of rain that we had seen out there. I drove back. I'm not sure how I was gonna get across 53. If anybody else drove out there, it was pretty rough. Monday, we had the CCAO legislation lunch. Gary Click and
Reardon
Reardon.
McLean.
I can never say that right. It shouldn't be that hard. Reardon McLean was there, and we talked with them and Sandusky County Commissioners, Huron, Erie, Ottawa. That was everybody, right?
Crawford
It was
was there.
Crawford. That's right, in Crawford.
was
So
there.
it's good. Get a chance to talk with a bunch of the other commissioners in the area. I knew a few already, but as I'm newer, it's good to get. You find out we have a lot of the same things going on. So you talk a little more about that with the legislation than I did, but my ears are on listening. So lately, Barb and I have done a lot of stuff with the law enforcement IT person. I'll let Barb also talk a little more about that. I think we're pretty close on getting it wrapped up with the IT master provider for our IT for the county and everything. So, and then this morning I had downtown development talking about different things with the parking lots and up and coming events, and they want to do some potential, maybe some signage changes for the parking lots and stuff to make signage more visible. And we talked about several different things with that. So I'd say it's close to wrapping it up for me.
Have they talked about the farmers markets, the downtown farmers markets at any of your meetings?
A little bit.
I just was curious
Yeah.
when those were, are those started, or are they
I
starting?
think they're starting pretty quick.
That's what I thought, okay.
And with doing the Court
Court
Street
Street, mhm.
project, obviously there's not gonna be anything right there for that event. And I think it all falls onto Jefferson Street.
That's how they've done it
Yeah, I
recently.
think that's where everything is
Yeah.
to be. So it may be even this weekend. I don't want to tell you that for sure, but sometimes you get sidebar
Yeah,
talking
yeah.
and you miss something I should have listened to. So,
Good.
There we go.
Anything else?
no.
Okay. Thanks. Won't repeat what you said with the ones I was at, but I do want to just mention a couple things. So we have set a date for an EMS open house on County Road 6. It'll be June 28th, Saturday morning at 10 o'clock. June 28th at 10 o'clock, more to come, but we will have a ribbon cutting and an open house for the County Road 6 station, which is over by New Riggle. We are, as we keep working on operations, I see John here from EMA. Commissioners pulled the trigger to enhance technology in our public safety building. And if everyone remembers, last year we painted that building, blacktopped it. We're now at getting ready to put signage up. So it'll say public safety building and then EMA, EMS. I like how that's all moving forward, and then that building will be available for government agencies. If they need a big room that has technology, they can go out there and use that room. And John from EMA will be in charge of scheduling the room and technology. So I like that. I wish it would be going faster, but we're getting close. Very similar to how the public goes out and uses NCOSC, the old Kroger building. We're gonna have that kind of set up for the county, and I think that's great. So move forward there. Yeah, I'll wait till next week to say anything else. County Administrator report.
Just a few personnel things. As Brett alluded to, that we're working on the IT tech with the law enforcement. We held second interviews for 3 very good candidates yesterday. I believe we've narrowed it down to 1, so I will
be calling them today or tomorrow to make an offer on that position, so that we can get them here while Buckeye IT is still in the mix, and maybe get some, some training with them so that so the new person can understand some of the idiosyncrasies of that law enforcement package that we have, that not only the county uses, but both cities, Fostoria and Tiffin, use. So we've been working very closely with City of Tiffin and City of Fostoria. So, and I think that partnership has been working out well. So there'll be a little bit more to come on that, because we'll have to enter into
Getting close.
MOUs with them for this person, and because they will be considered a county employee. So we're working on that. As all of you know, the JFS director, Kathy Oliver, is retiring in July. I was able to get her position posted on Indeed. I'm working on getting it posted to some of the other agencies that they use, that might get me a better qualified person to apply. So I'm going to work on that today, tomorrow, try to have that complete by the end of the week. And then, as you also know, John Loxton's last day was yesterday. He was our, maintenance for almost 10 years. Maintenance supervisor. So we are working on reviewing candidates for that position. Ed and I are working on that. So hopefully hold interviews next week for that. We do have a little bit of a shallow crew right now. Got one off on medical leave, and then John being gone, so we're down to 2. So we're doing the best we can. Kind of spread a little thin, but we're making it work. And Ed's out there, really getting things done. So I appreciate that. Tommy does a wonderful job too. He's on it, and there. So I feel like our team is coming together. It's felt like it's been in shambles just because everybody's gone, and now we'll get back to where we need to be. So
Air conditioners will be hot.
yeah, that's the next thing.
Oh, no, that's not good.
So we're dealing with a few maintenance issues. Trying to get things mowed, and so but things are going well here in the county. I don't have anything else to report. With it being the first day of the month, I haven't gotten reports for any fiscal information for the month of April. I'll have that next week. We can go over that. So.
Yeah, the state legislatures in their budget, they're trying to wrap up budget, which should be in the next 30 days.
Yeah.
So we'll, that'll be interesting to see how that shakes out.
Yep. Well, and the only other thing I would mention is don't forget to get out and vote on Tuesday.
Yeah. Good one.
So.
Any old business, Commissioner? If not, we're going to go right back into new business with Barb, supplemental appropriations.
I have the juvenile program and services fund in need of $6,300 in supplies. A portion of this is a grant that they received for greenhouse and gardening supplies. I believe it's for the youth center. I'm assuming that's where that they're going to put in that out there, and then other supplies as needed for the juvenile department. General fund special projects, contract services in the amount of $6,216. This is to pay the attorney fees for Pivot. And then the Community Developed Block Grant, or CDBG, advance out in the amount of $23,700. This is to repay in advance that the commissioners advance to that grant.
Okay.
Make the motion to approve.
We have a motion, I'll second that. Any discussion? Okay, roll call.
Commissioner Bustecker?
Yes.
Commissioner Paradiso?
Yes.
And then I also have a couple of budget adjustments. These are both for the probation funding grant fund. They are moving money from their hospitalization to equipment in the amount of $40,000. They're going to add 2 additional vehicles to their program. And they are moving money from salaries to leases in the amount of $50,000. This is for rent the rent payment for 183 East Perry Street.
Okay, make a motion to approve.
Second?
Just a little discussion for the public, we took probation back over
Correct.
in-house.
July.
July, probation was outsourced, and the judges and everyone got together, and we brought probation back in-house. So until they level out and have a year or two of, at least a good year
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
expenses, you're gonna see some moving
Mhm.
things around, but the total of everything is within the original budget.
Correct.
It's just getting things in the right lines, and they're doing a great job over there with that, so.
Yep.
uh,
Judge Sheff does a wonderful job
He did.
spearheading that.
He took it on, and they're all about as great,
Mhm.
so. Okay, you want to add anything?
No.
Roll call, please.
Commissioner Bustecker?
Yes.
Commissioner Paradiso?
Yes. All right, we're on to resolutions. Here we go.
There's a few of them this week, so we'll hopefully won't take long. Resolution authorizing a fund advance repayment from the CDBG fund to the general fund in the amount of $27,700.
So moved.
Second?
Okay, roll call.
Commissioner Bustecker?
Yes.
Commissioner Paradiso?
Yes.
Resolution authorizing the Seneca County Board of Commissioners to enter into an agreement contract with D&D Rides LLC for transportation services on behalf of the Seneca County Department of Job and Family Services.
I'll make a motion.
I'll second the motion. Roll call.
Commissioner Bustecker?
Yes.
Commissioner Paradiso?
Yes.
Resolution authorizing the Seneca County Board of Commissioners to enter into agreement contract with Fremont Connections for supervised visitation services on behalf of the Seneca County Department of Job and Family Services.
I'll make the motion.
Second. Roll call.
Commissioner Bustecker?
Yes.
Commissioner Paradiso?
Yes.
Authorizing the Seneca County Board of Commissioners to enter into agreement contract with the North Central Area Transit for transportation services on behalf of the Seneca County Department of Job and Family Services.
I'll make the motion.
Okay, I'll second it. And there's a lot of little contracts with Job and Family Services. And one of the things, this is, go ahead.
Most of their contracts are on a state budget fiscal year, so their budget starts July 1st.
And we were,
So,
that's one of the things we were lobbying for in
yeah.
Columbus. I just wanted to.
So a lot of their contracts start July 1st, and we enter into them May, June so that they are in effect when the new budget goes into effect for the state.
Yeah, that's good.
Because that's how they get most of their money,
Yep.
the state budget.
Okay. Roll call.
Commissioner Bustecker?
Yes.
Commissioner Paradiso?
Yes.
Resolution authorizing the Seneca County Board of Commissioners to enter into an agreement contract with the Fostoria Learning Center and the Vanguard Sentinel Career and Technical Center's Aspire program for GED instruction services on behalf of the Seneca County Jail retroactively to January 1 of 2025.
Make a motion.
Second.
This is a 2-year contract, just so you're aware of that.
It's a good program, so, I don't know, the Fostoria Learning Center really has a lot going on in
Oh,
there.
absolutely.
And Sentinel, that's kind of it's more of an annex to Sentinel. What's it called, the right word? It's a branch of Sentinel. So they're operated in there along with all these adult programs and others. And so I'm just pleased to see that we have that resource in our county and it's being used. And this is an opportunity, to offer the GED program.
Yeah, and they
Just
come
so
to
many
the
different
jail
programs.
to
To
provide that
And last year we
instruction.
started with some graduations.
Yep, there are 2 or 3
diplomas.
graduations last
So that's a
year.
good thing. It's a really good thing. I just wanted to throw that out there. Roll call.
Commissioner Bustecker?
Yes.
Commissioner Paradiso?
Yes.
Resolution authorizing the Seneca County Board of Commissioners to accept the bid for Seneca Township Road 58, 2.98 bridge replacement with Crawford Construction Company Incorporated.
Make the motion.
Second, roll call?
Commissioner Bustecker?
Yes.
Commissioner Paradiso?
Yes. Did that, that's good.
Resolution setting time, date, and place to receive sealed bids for the 2025 chip seal project for the engineer's office. This will take place at 10 a.m. on May 22nd. Ooh, we might have,
yeah.
we'll have to have a little bit of a discussion on that. So, but they should be received by the commissioner's office by 10 a.m. on May 22nd.
So it could be okay.
Yeah, we'll take care of, I'll make sure everything worked out there.
Good catch.
I just happened to read it when I didn't,
So it's definitely possible.
yes. It's just the
They have
sealed
to
bids
have it
have to
in
be
there.
received
We
in
will
this
open
office
them
by
later.
10 a.m. and we can open them at a later date, or later time, yes.
Good time. Okay, roll call?
Commissioner Bustecker?
Yes.
Commissioner Paradiso?
Yes. I think, did I motion? Okay, I made the motion.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
So
Yeah,
do we skip?
we'll back up, make sure we got it. We got it?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
We got sidetracked there.
And sometimes it happens, we all. I have a resolution appointing members to the revolving loan fund committee for the 3-year term retroactive to January 1 of 2025, so this will go till December 31st of 2027. I will just give you a little bit of information. The members that are being appointed are Andy Lucius, Renee Smith, the president of FEDC, Andy Faber, Steve Van Detty, Bryce Riggs, CEO and president of TSEP, Brett Bustecker, or a commissioner representative, Barbara Dibble, David Shelton, the Tiffany Seneca United Way director, and Julie Atkins, our county auditor.
Good group. I'll make a motion, we approve.
Second.
And so this committee will oversee the revolving loan fund and money that's in regional planning.
Correct.
So there's 190,000 plus or minus of money in regional planning, and it's in a revolving loan account. And the auditor is now overseeing things. So we are renewing the members and kind of bringing life to that revolving loan fund, so we can deploy that money. You can come in and ask for money for your business and then pay it back and keep the thing going. But this board will then make those decisions.
Correct.
Yeah, we have a commissioner on there.
Yep.
That's good. Roll call.
Commissioner Bustecker?
Yes.
Commissioner Paradiso?
Yes.
Resolution approving Seneca County Auditor's Office to receive and process credit or debit card payments and other electronic payments.
I'll make that motion.
Okay, second, might want to explain that. It's not uncommon for each department.
Right, each department
Yeah, credit card.
generally has their own
Credit card.
credit
policy.
card processing or electronic payment, and it's as a convenience to the taxpayer, and the current fee is 3% or a minimum fee of 50 cents per transaction. So the county does not pay the credit card fees themselves. It's on the taxpayer because we are not allowed to pay those fees.
Which makes sense. So if you choose to use a credit card, well, first of all, you could pay by credit card or check. And if you pay by credit card, which is good, because now she has a policy to
Yep.
accept credit cards, then
Yep.
you just have to pay a fee
Yeah.
to cover the cost of the credit card.
I think people are familiar with that with the
That's-
treasurer's
that's
office
life,
has the same
In
policy.
2025, I think, yeah. Okay, we good? Roll call?
Commissioner Bustecker?
Yes.
Commissioner Paradiso?
Yes.
The last resolution I have is authorizing the Seneca County Board of Commissioners to enter into an agreement contract with RCR Technology Group for the countywide managed IT services.
Make the motion.
I'll second. Nice work. Anything you want to add, Derek? Everybody's looked at it.
Everybody's looked at it.
We're all
Derek, actually,
comfortable.
we had Derek look at it a second time because I thought there was some miswording or, so I had Derek look at it a second time after I reviewed it. He said everything's good to go. And this was effective May 1st, so they can start working with Buckeye IT for the remainder of the month of May, because Buckeye IT will be gone as of June 1st. So
it's all working out
yeah.
timeline-wise as we hoped.
Yes, that was the big, would like to have had time together for them to work together to go back and forth, shadow
There you go,
Buckeye
John.
IT for
You
a
have
while.
month of,
And this company is out of Findlay, so they are somewhat local. I believe they have a couple of employees that actually are residents of Seneca County, so.
timing and service. So, okay, good. We have a first, second, any other discussion, Brett?
No, I think everything, I'd like to say it's all gonna work out perfect, but, you know, everybody working together was really good.
Now the
Barb did a good
real
job.
work begins.
Nick did a good job.
Yeah.
Really, those two together led it, so, thank you.
Thank you.
Commissioner Bustecker?
Yes.
Commissioner Paradiso?
Yes. All right,
That's all I have.
good. Any other comments?
I don't have anything.
Public comment. We'll go into public comment. Anybody? Good, John? John Spar, EMA. Is public comment or a formal update?
And it's an update, but it's gonna be quick and we'll just do it. Public comment.
Good.
Today is the first day of HyperReach, which is our new wireless emergency notification system. So, if you were signed up for the WIN system before, you got a text message yesterday saying, hey, click here and sign up for this. So it is not a scam. You're not gonna be scammed. It came from my office. There just wasn't, I couldn't find any way around that. It's just the way it's gonna have to be. And unfortunately, we were unable to port everybody over. So we couldn't just take you and say, well, you were here and now you're here and it'll be seamless. So we'll work with everybody and all our residents in the county over the next month or so, getting everybody signed up for what they want and getting that system working. So if there are questions or if you didn't get that text message, you can go to the Seneca County Emergency Management or EMA Facebook page, and there's a post there with the link, which is hyper-reach.com/Ohio Seneca signup.html or OH Seneca signup.
Just click it.
.html. Click it. If you have questions, here's one of the nice things about it. On the page that you sign up and put your information in, your phone number, your email address, etc. If you're having a problem, if you click the submit button and nothing happens, or something's not working right, or you don't understand something, there's another button down there to click saying, hey, I'm having trouble with this. It will go to HyperReach and they will help you. It may take 24 hours, but they're going to reach back out to you and get you signed up, and they're going to do it. It doesn't come back on us. Although, I am perfectly happy to take a phone call and get people signed up. If you have trouble with technology, but you want it, give my office a call, we'll get you signed up. We'll be out at the fair. We'll be out at different community happenings, helping people get signed up and getting things out to restaurants, etc. So hotels, etc. You're required when you sign up to put your address in. Not so that I can send you mail, not so that we can send you garbage, but because if there's a problem, if we have a bad storm or a hazmat release, I can go into the map in HyperReach and circle or put a polygon around the area that I want to talk to and send messages to all those people. But not if I don't know where you live. I'm not going to look at where you live. I just want to draw, here's the problem area, I'm going to draw a circle around it. And it will capture you if you live in that area. But if you don't put your address in, I can't capture you. You're not going to get the message. And especially if I'm circling that area, it's because that's a problem area, and we want you to be safe. So it requires an address for you to sign up. That is going to be a stumbling block for a few people who think that we're asking for too much information. And the only thing I can do is go out and sell it a little bit better than what they're thinking. But we're always going to have somebody who's like, I don't want to give you all that information. Okay. The other thing about this is, even if you don't sign up, In a true emergency, I can still capture your area, where you are, in that area. And if you're in that area, I can get you a message, even if you're not signed up. That's through the IPAWS link, which Seneca County is an IPAWS county. Through this, we can log into IPAWS, and what it does is it will hit every cellular device in that area that we designate. Whether you live in this state or not, you're driving through, you drive into that area. That's how you get Amber Alerts when you're driving through Columbus. You don't live there. How did you get an Amber Alert? That's an IPAWS style. We have that capability here in Seneca County. So one way or another, I'm going to let you know to get out of the way before you get hurt. That's my goal. So that's HyperReach, and that's our new system. Any questions?
No, it's good.
Are you doing specific outreach to the villages and cities right now?
Yes.
Because I know we had a boil alert in Green Springs not too awful long ago, and they put everything out on Facebook. I didn't see it until 12 hours later, and I got a hold of the new mayor and said, "Hey, I'm signed up for winds alerts. Didn't get one."
That's when he called me.
Yeah, after I talked to him, he called
Yeah.
me to set that up. And I just think there's just not any fault of yours, it's turnover in administrations, things like that, and some of these don't know to reach out and maybe see
Yep,
something.
and that requires constant, and
Yep.
with this new press release and the outreach we're gonna do, as a matter of fact, what we wanna do is have the, each political subdivision, from townships to villages to the cities, all have their own login and ability to talk to their people. Okay, so they can use this system to say, hey, we're having a meeting, a village meeting next week on thus and such. They'll be able to do that. Now, it'll be up to them, because there will be, what we'll do is we'll divide the cost of the yearly package down to a per capita cost, and so Loudon Township already did that through WENS. They were, instead of buying their own emergency notification for $3,000 to $5,000, they paid us $290, and they had access to WENS. Well, they're gonna do the same thing with HyperReach. That was one of the deals, was. So Green Springs will have that option. But for a boil alert, you call me, I put it out. You don't have to pay for anything.
Right,
That's
right,
paid for, that's taken care of. But for the non-emergency public, we're having a festival this weekend, hey, don't park on the street over here, because we're gonna have some food trucks, that kind of stuff you can be able to do on your own, so. We'll make that happen this summer.
Yeah, good.
Okay, thank you.
I do have one question
Yeah.
for you, because I was watching the news this morning, they're talking about East Palestine, and they're talking about the railroads not providing back the funding that they're expected to. I believe it was the local school and whatnot asking for $30 million for an indoor facility and some other things, but just want to make sure everything's still moving forward the way you hope to.
Yep, I keep an eye to see when our request, my personal request, from my office comes in, which is not a large one, but it'll give me an idea of how they're moving along. So that was submitted a few weeks ago.
I thought it seemed like it was on track, but
Yeah.
as I'm listening to those guys say it, I'm like, well, I think you're also reaching.
Well, that's just it, and I think that that's legitimate. I had a conversation with the Village of Attica, and they said, it'd be awfully nice if we could get a new pickup truck in here, and I was like, well,
Yeah.
this is the time to ask Norfolk Southern to maybe pick up the bill or provide you with a
There's
pickup
also-
truck.
yeah.
Not that it was damaged or hurt or whatever, but you guys have suffered quite a bit.
Yeah.
They pay the bills for this stuff, and maybe they help you. I'm gonna ask them to help us with some training funding this year. They're not required to, they just gotta replace the stuff that they used of ours, or we had to
Yeah.
use. But I'm gonna ask Norfolk Southern for a little bit of grant money on training, sure.
Good.
So that's those two different things. Yeah, $30 million for an indoor facility.
Yeah.
I might probably put that on the back burner if that's the real.
Yeah, that's kind of what I thought too. I thought it was kind of pushing the.
Yeah. But I have not heard from the village, or I haven't seen it in my office yet. We haven't gotten a check yet, but I'm not worried about it. We're still, they're still working on that area,
Yeah,
so.
understood. Thank you.
Yep. Anything else?
Anybody else? Anything else? We're under an hour.
Thank you, Commissioners.
So you're welcome. We will be here again next week, same time. And then we start to get into maybe some
Yeah, we'll have some
changes.
changes.
May, June, July, be a few changes.
Yeah.
Okay, anybody else? Good? Meeting adjourned. Thank you.
Okay.